Hey everybody, this is Adam, and welcome to my channel, the Para Prince. And I basically just wanted to kind of give like a quick update on what is going on. I guess like with just like a quick summary of what's going on with my health. Two, like, I guess, bits of information that I'm going to share with everybody that will be happening later in the year for me. And then, yeah, I guess that's about it, unless I kind of like somehow get off topic and just start rambling on about something else. But as far as me, when it comes to my health right now, I am still having not the same spasms with a lot of like going up and down at a really like fast pace. But my legs have gotten to the point to where they are so stiff and bent at like a 90-degree angle from sitting that I can barely get my legs straightened all the way out, and I have to actually like position myself to where I can kind of lean forward and push all of my weight down onto my kneecaps so my legs are sticking straight out in front of me so I can get a good stretch in. Also, I have had 2 rounds of different injections in my lower back area. I had injections like 2 weeks ago on a Friday that were just it was just a type of steroid injection, and I actually refused the semi sedation or whatever, just because if you're just gonna put the needle in, just go ahead and do it. I didn't want to show up half an hour early and then let them just torture my arms and stick me 7 or 8 times until they could actually get a vein to do the IVs, because I'm not allowed to have any fluids 6 hours prior, and just without fluids, there is no way they're going to be able to find, a vein that is, that's good enough. But either way, I unfortunately, those injections were about 2 inches higher up than the actual area that's giving me trouble. And so after going back to an appointment like a week after that and saying, there's been like no positive effects from it, absolutely nothing. I'm still only getting at most 4.5 hours of sleep at night. Like this morning, I went to sleep at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. and at 9 o'clock, I was already awake. And, of course, I went ahead, I cathed myself, and when I tried to lay on my back again, right around the T10 vertebrae where I had the complete blockage last year, it will only allow me to sleep for 3.5 to 4 hours max on my back laying flat now, before the pain is just kind of like radiating from that one spot, especially going like out and up. So yeah, I ended up trying to lay back down, but I put my legs on the seat of my wheelchair and was basically, sitting on my bed. My feet were on my seat of my chair, and then I just kind of went sideways like this and put my arms like literally out like this from side to side and just laid on my face and just laid there for another hour and a half and could not fall back asleep. So that is my entire sleep cycle. That is just what I have been experiencing, and it has been going on for 3-4 months now. And also, the injections on my left shoulder that I only got like 2 months ago, it is actually starting to lose the effects that it had, and most likely I will have to have more injections next time I go. And then this past Tuesday, I actually had trigger point injections done around right at the T10 vertebrae, but to the muscle that is running, parallel with my spinal cord. And unfortunately, that has not had any really good benefits or being able to, increase the longevity of being able to lie on my back and sleep. So, yeah, that has not worked out in my favor, sadly either. But I don't know. I guess I'm not gonna totally give up on the hope of being able to get a good night's rest again. And so that is basically it when it comes to my health. And what I wanted to share is that I can finally announce that after having to say goodbye to Terry, who was my service dog from March of 2010 until June 29th of 2017, when I had to let her go home due to cancer. She was a purebred German Shepherd, and she was honestly everything to me. She had a love and loyalty for me that was just unexplainable. The bond, God, I miss her so much. But I'm so happy to announce that I will be getting another German Shepherd later this year. A friend that I know, this older lady, she actually has bred and trained shepherds basically her entire life, and so not this litter that she hasn't even had yet. She hasn't bred her female yet, but she's planning on it, like sometime this year. So I do know that she is going to do that, and she's very trusting, so I know she's going to keep her word. But back in 2017, a few months after I had to say goodbye to Terry, she actually had a litter and offered, to give me a first pick, and she would also help train and get the dog certified for me. But I just couldn't handle all of that at one time, and I also wanted to be able to travel a little bit. And being in Alaska, it is very, very expensive. Like leaving your dog at a nice place where you can board them at. And so instead of, like, to me, it just kills me to leave my dog anywhere, even if it's overnight. It kills me being away from my best friend. So So yeah, I was, accepting that as an excuse and saying, I'll put it off and wait because I need to travel, visit my family, spend the time that I can. And then, the pandemic hit last year, and here I am still again discussing it with my father, talking about, well, let's wait till, and so now I just came to the conclusion I'm not going to keep waiting. So this is something that I know will hopefully start the process of being able to have a reason to be happy waking up and a reason to want to get ready, get myself motivated, cleaned up, dressed for the day to come out to my garage or be able to take my dog outside and just interact and let loose and be myself. I mean, that is something that, I mean, once you take away a man's legs, you take away his ability to, have children and reproduce, and then you take away, like a really huge percentage of being able to be social with females or just being able to meet other females now because we are avoided so much, or I'm avoided so much. I'm rejected. I've heard, I have a boyfriend that doesn't exist. I'm actually a lesbian. I've heard so many excuses, and it's just like, I understand you don't have to lie. It's perfectly fine. So, but yeah, having a dog for me, that has just, really made me have something to be excited about. And then also, I, along with my father, am going to be going to North Carolina again, probably in July, maybe, just because we want to go before my nieces and nephews are back in school and we can't really spend time or get to, see them while we're there. So I will be getting to do that as well. So those are the only two things that I actually have planned, because I have literally decided to just stop, making plans or trips or something more than a couple of months in advance anymore, because it's not that I don't want to make plans, it's just that I don't want to think about, like years from now. I want to live in the moment, because that is really all I have, and really all anybody has at the end of the day. And, the more time that you can spend with your family, people who actually genuinely care about you, not the ones, who care about you when it is convenient for them, or if, like, again, thanks to social media, if somebody posts a status about, like having a tough time right now, like, yeah, I'm thankful for, the people who comment if I were to type something like that, but I don't normally type, stuff like that. I don't really share too much of personal stuff like that, but anyways, but yeah, it's just, I've just, decided to live each day and not worry about the next, because honestly, with the way, not just not just my town, not my city, not my state, but the country, the world, just the way everything is coming together right now. I mean, you have, just nothing but riots, protests, shootings. There's nothing but, America is nothing but one huge, like, race war, and we are actually, I mean, like people in the United States are focused on which bathroom. And I mean, not just like which bathroom, but like I shouldn't even be getting into this, but I will say this, and I don't care if this offends anybody, but when it comes to the transgender issue and that bathroom issue, this is where I like firmly am at, and I will not budge, is that a man of any age, it does not matter what you feel you are, what sex you like, who you're like that does not matter. You cannot go into the women's room. Being that I have nieces, being that I have sisters, if I just knowing the fact that it is possible for a boy to be able to go into the same room as a female, let alone my nieces, and participate, in their sport or change clothes in their locker room because for some reason they say, oh, well, even though I'm a boy, I feel like I'm a female, but I'm not attracted to men or something. Like, it's just that's going a little too far. That is more of an excuse as, well, I'm going to use this so I can go to the girls' locker room and hopefully, see a boob, because I was in middle school. I was in high school. I know how bad I wanted to go into the girls' locker room. I just wanted to have a peek in there for 2 seconds. But no, like, nah. Like, there, yeah, I'm not even going to have a debate on that. I am right in this situation, and if you try to go in the female's room or the female bathroom and my nieces or young child, you're going to get punched in the face. Sorry, but that is what I believe in. But I'm not going to let this video go too long, and I'm not going to keep rambling on like I said I would. But I did want to share that, not just with myself or I can't really say my friends because it's not like I have anybody to call. I actually spoke to the one family member I really speak to, my aunt, last night. I spoke to her for actually 2 hours. And then also what's really sad is I know my sisters won't see this video. They don't really, I don't even know if they're subscribed, but the only time they will see something if I actually tag them or put it on Facebook. But yeah, out of like the 1,100 plus friends on Facebook, none of them will see this video either. All I have are actually more genuine people who leave more heartfelt, sincere comments on these videos on YouTube, and I'm actually located further away from you than, so it's just kind of all jumbled up, and it's really confusing. But I'm very, very grateful and happy that I do have some kind of outlet for me, for myself, and some type of platform, as well as this awesome porch that my dad did for me. So not only do I have, I do kind of have like a solid platform and a solid foundation. Oh yeah, and this is my chair too. I put the yellow spoke guards to match the frame, and yeah. So I think this chair is really nice. I like the yellow. Yeah, I really like the yellow. But with all that said, I am going to let all of you wonderful people, resume the rest of your day. And like I always say, regardless of where you are, and if you don't hear from anybody else, you have heard it from me. I love each and every one of you, and do not ever let anybody tell you that you are not beautiful, because you all are. You all are so beautiful on the inside and out. And don't ever let somebody tell you different. Never. So, with that being said, I hope everybody has an amazing day, a wonderful night, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.